Altrincham 1, York City 3. It's a bad start to the National League North campaign for the Robins. We're talking to manager Phil Parkinson. Phil, quite a strange game that, because we've ended up being well beaten, but started very well.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I felt a sloppy play led to allowing them back into the game when we were well on top with about 25 minutes into the first half. And then to concede, which was coming, everyone could see the goal was coming, to concede right on the stroke of half time was obviously not great. So a little bit of game management there, recognising where we are in the game. Maybe could we have been a bit more robust? I mean, they had an element of luck with the deflection, but Stephen Drench has made a couple of great saves prior to that. So as I said, I could see it coming. So I'm not going to say that we were well on top at that point. But I'd like to think with the experience that we've got in the change room and what we've been through, we can identify that maybe we need to do things slightly differently in the closing stages of the first half.
We're off to a very good start, and we did well from corners last season, and that's continued. Good delivery from JJ. James Jones has risen well, knocked it in, and then after that we did have two good chances to extend the lead. Rather bizarre piece of play when Shaun Williams' misplaced passes hit Ferguson and bounced into the path of Jordan Hume. He's lifted it over Jameson, but it's just gone wide.
Yeah, I couldn't, again, everything you're saying, you've seen the game for what it was. I think if we get that second goal, which Jordan will hold his hands up, he knows that should have been a goal. I think 2-0, they've got a lot to do. Then are they going to come and press as much as they were throughout the game? I thought their press was superb today. But we give them, with our sloppy play, we give them joy. And when you get joy out of something, you'll keep doing it and you'll do it better. And unfortunately, we couldn't get ourselves out of that kind of funk with regards quality of what we were doing. But again, we were on top at the start of the second half, I felt, and if Nathan gets his head on that cross that's come in, for me should be, not just Nathan but anybody in that position should be getting something on the ball, at least giving the keeper something to do. I think if we get that goal again, it changes the complexion of the game. But I'm not here to make a song and dance about the opening fixture of a season. At the end of the day, we knew nothing would be won and lost, obviously, apart from the points. There's been some really strange results today when you look at the league results, but I just felt we can only get better from there. You've seen glimpses of what we can do really well. The pleasing thing was, although we did concede from a set piece, we looked fairly strong from set pieces today, and we did work on that, and we scored from a set piece. And again, it's something we've worked on. The fact that we were able to change shape in the game, unfortunately, with Shaun getting sent off, again, it completely changes the complexion of the fixture. But on the day, York were the better team today. They look fitter, sharper, and you would expect that of a full-time outfit. So it's the first time while I've been at this level I can say that the full-time outfit did actually look that little bit fitter and sharper. But we know we won't be far away. We know we'll tighten up, and we'll be much better when we get the likes of Josh Hancock back, Simon Richmond missing today, Jake Moult, people like that who are going to be huge players for us for the entirety of the season. So there's certainly nothing to worry about. It's just a bit of an eye-opener and probably a reality check that everybody's saying that this, that and the other about winning the league, etc. They're the favourites for a reason, because they're full-time and they do it right with the new management team that they've got. But I don't think we're that far away from them. Obviously, people will see the back end of the game where we're down to 10 men and feel that we are, but we're certainly not. We'll only get better and we'll come again.
What did you make of the two yellow cards for Shaun Williams?
I couldn't see the one at the far side. It's difficult to say without looking at them back. You always feel hard done to and aggrieved when decisions don't go your way, so I don't want to make excuses about decisions affecting games. We'll have to have a look at it, and if it's two yellow cards, then Willow needs to learn it when he's on one yellow card that he can't be going in certain challenges. So, and it wouldn't just be Shaun that we've obviously, it's hurt us in the past where we've had lads sent off, Jordan and Josh, and you've obviously got to have a little bit more discipline. But I'm not going to dig players out because they've been fantastic for us, and look, they will be fantastic for us. It's just unfortunately today we were beaten by the better team, and we can only improve. So we'll keep doing what we believe in, we'll get it right, we'll do it even better, and we'll cut out the sloppiness, we'll be more assertive in our front play, and more disciplined with a defensive play. Because again, people will look at the last goal and say that's what you'll get when you'll press high against a team who likes to play out from the back. But if we get that right, then we get out and they'll stop pressing. So you can't just change what you are. You have to stick with it and get it right and work at it and get even better at it. So if people start panicking after one result or start casting aspersions about the way we play, I'd ask them to sort of have a long hard look about everything we've done since we've been here. We get it right more times than we don't, and we will get this right.
And there weren't too many positives today, but Stephen Drench has had a terrific game.
He did, but there'll be things that Drenchy won't be happy with. So his distribution today's at times was excellent, but other times was indifferent. So again, inconsistency from somebody who got man of the match today, who did make some fantastic saves. But I'd say that about the rest of the lads. I felt we were just inconsistent today. One thing we did really well, and then we give a sloppy pass away, and you just can't do that against better teams and better players. And we knew, looking at the fixtures, this was going to be a tough game. Well, the opening fixtures are going to be really tough for us, and we just need to get over this little speed bump we've hit and go again.
Every team has poor performances, but the thing that was uncharacteristic about it, and you mentioned it a number of times already, was we were sloppy, and we're not normally like that. And it seemed to happen somewhere between the 20th and 30th minute, and we never got back into where we were from that.
No, and again, I've got to give York credit, because the way their lads pressed, they put us under a lot of pressure. But we've dealt with that in the past, so that's why I'm not too concerned, because I know we'll get better at that. We've got new players coming in, and it is tough at the start. I've seen it when I first come in. Players, whether they like it or not, will doubt certain things, but then when they win, and they win well, they'll believe in it. And you could see a little bit of doubt in a few players' minds at times in terms of decision making and what they were doing. But listen, they'll either get it right, or they won't be here. So, and that goes for everyone, and that'll include myself. If I don't get things right, I know I won't be here. So I'm fighting for my life every single game here. So are the players, because that's what this club demands and expects. They don't expect to get beat for one, but they demand a high quality football that we've been producing, and they demand victories as well. So I'm not all about pretty football, but we will stick to the style of play. We will stick to the style of play, and we will get results.
Chester is our first away assignment on Tuesday. Had a terrific win there last season. They're expected to do well again, so they don't get any easier.
No, they don't. They're second or third favourites for the league, because they've obviously gone hybrid. It's a big club. It's another league club, really, from what they've done in the past, a lot like York. So again, a bit of a reality check. People have got to remember where we are in the standings of things. We will overachieve because we're good players. But we've got every single fixture is going to be tough. Every single fixture will demand something different of us, and you don't go to Chester and get anything easy. So we'll have to be certainly 100% in everything we do.
And Jake Maltz mentioned in his captain's article today in the programme, he's had a little bit of a setback in terms of his recovery, but hopefully that's not going to be too bad.
No, again, you talk about Jake Maltz, he's a cornerstone of the team since I've been here, so you're obviously going to miss them types of players. Josh Hancock, top goal scorer last season. So with Jake, obviously he's had his hernia operation, and we just need to do some strengthening exercises with him, because obviously when you have a operation, things get a little bit weaker. So we need to make sure he's right, because what we don't want is Jake to come back and break down. So when he gives me the green light, I know he'll be desperate to play now. That's when we'll start to really up what Jake can do.
In some ways, we've got 8 games this month, which is an awful lot. So in some ways, maybe September might be a better time for him to get back into the fray.
Yeah, probably for Jake, but he's impatient and he won't want to wait that long. I know what he's like. He's a nightmare when he's not playing, but he's got a great attitude, and he's massive for us. He's huge in the changing room, and he's massive on the pitch. But we've got really good players, so with Jake not being there, it's an opportunity for others to take that chance. And if people don't take them, when others come in, they certainly will. So you look all around the pitch there. When you lose, it opens the door for other people to come and have an opportunity.
Thanks, Phil. That's the thoughts of Altrincham manager Phil Parkinson after the 3-1 opening day defeat against York City. Chester on Tuesday, 7:45 p.m. kickoff.